What's going on? In June of last year, so 2024, I had the amazing opportunity to go to San Francisco, which was one of my dreams, like my all-time dreams. I was there for 3 nights and I guess 4 days if you count like, I don't know, like half days. I was there for 3 nights, I was there alone, and let's just kind of see what I did. Let's talk about it. So at the end of the video, I'm gonna have my whole itinerary and I'm gonna talk through it. But before that, I'm just gonna talk about my whole trip and everything that I did. Since my job brought me to the Bay Area, we were in San Jose. So I took the train from San Jose up to San Francisco. That was like maybe a 2 hour train ride, I think, which was fun. I love seeing just nature side via train. At the train station, I Ubered to my hotel, which was Hotel Zoe. That was in Fisherman's Wharf, which is a well-known touristy area in San Francisco. And I picked that area because of its A, tourism, its B, close to a lot of the things that I was interested in doing, and C, it just looked like a nice little place. And honestly, I liked the fact that it was around tourists, and so I could be a tourist, like I could do that. That's fine, that's okay. So it was kind of nice to be encouraged. After I got to my hotel and kind of got settled in for like, I don't know, 20 minutes, I left and I went to Pier 39. It was on the way to the dock that the Alcatraz ferry departs from. So I went to Pier 39, walked around, took some videos and pictures, got to see the sea lions, which was really, really neat. And not only that, but the city views from the pier and just over the buildings was so cool. I wasn't expecting all of that. It was so pretty. You could see Vulcan. But anyway, so I continued on my walk and I got to the Alcatraz ferry dock. We boarded the ferry. They checked my ticket super easy. Boarded the ferry and then we just went straight to the island. And it was really, really cool. I was trying to make sure that I could knock off getting on the water, like off my little list. It was like a list of things. If like I'm in San Francisco for these few days, what would I do? What would I want to do? Getting on the water was one of those things. So the ferry to Alcatraz got me on the water. I got to see beautiful views of the city and the landscapes and the Golden Gate. And then once we got on the actual Alcatraz island, I love Alcatraz and the history of Alcatraz and the time period that it started out in. So for me, I loved it. I thought it was so cool. I got to spend some good amount of time there. And since I was on the night tour, the last ferry left at like, I don't know, 8 something to 9. So it was really nice being on the island so late and just kind of getting that energy. After the Alcatraz tour, I just walked back to my hotel and went to bed because the next day I had my wine tour, my Sonoma Napa Valley wine tour, which was booked through Viator. And I genuinely picked this because we went to 3 vineyards. After the first 2, we stopped in Sonoma in town for lunch, which was so awesome. I loved it. Just the town of Sonoma was so cute and like just quaint. The vineyards were really, really cool. It was a lot of fun. I just wanted the experience of wine tours, and this was the best way to do that. I didn't have to drive. I didn't have to worry about it either. I had no worries about transportation. Where am I going to get food? Because we were going to get lunch, and it was just perfect. And we also we went over the Golden Gate because that's where the valleys are. And once we got over the Golden Gate, we stopped at the scenic area right there, which was like another check off my list of seeing the Golden Gate. That got done. That was from like 9 a.m. to like 6 p.m. And you could absolutely have gone to dinner after that. I had planned to, but I was too tired because I'd been drinking wine for like 8 hours. And it was just a lot of fun, and I was totally content with just going to sleep and just spending the night in the hotel. So I did that. And so that was the end of my day 2 in San Francisco. The sun is obviously starting to creep over, so we'll just try to deal with that. Day 3 in San Francisco was my free day. That was just my day to do whatever I wanted to do, whatever felt right with doing. And so on that day, I had planned to walk over to the Palace of Fine Arts, which was something that I was so excited to see. That truly, like, you could see it over the buildings. Like, it was so crazy. I was getting so many mixtures of like that to me felt like Italy, like Greece, and I was getting like so many influences of all these different cultures throughout the architecture of just San Francisco in general. It was so beautiful. So I walked over there. I got to spend some time at Palace of Fine Arts. Because of that nice long walk, it was like I think like a 1.5 mile, 2 mile one way walk. I got to see a lot of the coast, and I got to see the Ghirardelli factory. I just got to see a lot of things that I didn't plan on seeing, which is why I wanted my free day. After I visited the Palace of the Fine Arts, I went back to my hotel real quick, and then I took the cable car, which was so neat. Just watching the cable car operate and learning how it operates as well with the cable underground. Oh man, it's so crazy. It's so cool. It was really, really great getting to ride it and experience it and just kind of place yourself in that time period. I took that into town, and I went to the Apple store that's there, Apple Union Square, because of course I have to. Are you kidding me? That's one of the stores that I've been dreaming about going to, so that was really, really neat. I actually bought an AirTag there, so... From there, I took the, I guess the subway, because it starts underground, but then it turns into a street train. I guess, I don't know, a streetcar. But anyway, so I took the subway from there. I took it over to Golden Gate Park, into that area, which was so easy to use. I love their public transit system. The fact that you could literally just get on a train, and like where I was staying, I could almost go anywhere in the city, like via my 2 legs and a train or a bus. Like genuinely, that's so awesome. So I got to spend a lot of time in the Golden Gate Park. I walked around all over the place. I went to the De Young Museum, which was really neat. But I also went to the Japanese tea gardens that were right there that were so cool, just super cute and like quaint and quiet, and just Japanese architecture is so pretty. It's just everything was so like textured and manicured. It looked so nice. And then I took the street train back by the ferry building, saw that, went to Salesforce Tower, which was pretty neat. I got to see that park up there. Y'all, I walked like 7 miles that day, just all over the place. It was really, really great. So that was definitely like one of my favorite days. I got to do a lot of really cool stuff. And that was the end of my day 3. For my day 4, it was my travel day, so I had to travel back to San Jose to fly out. And so I took the BART this time, the train, which wasn't my choice. It was because the other train was down. Like, what are the odds? Like one of 2 days it's down is one of my travel days. So I had to take the BART, which was fine. It genuinely was like fine. It was actually kind of neat because I got to see a different side of that area. And it was not a very good side. It was very interesting to see just, I guess, the broadest spectrum of San Francisco and the Bay Area. The whole trip in general was just super, super great. Honestly, I loved it. There's nothing that I would do and go back and do differently. Maybe drink less wine at the Vineyards. So I had that afternoon. I was also traveling alone, and I made friends on the wine tour. There was 2 ladies that I was chatting with, and it was really cool because they were doing it alone too. And I kind of was reminded that I'm not the only solo traveler on any given day. You could go literally any of these travel places in the world. There is going to be other people that are traveling solo. You know, the world does not revolve around you. And I had that realization. I was like, this is awesome because the 3 of us are from different places in the world, and we can sit here and have these conversations and then just be like, okay, bye, and never see each other again. And that's just so awesome. I love that kind of connection. So that was really, really cool. And I got to experience that with them, which was nice since I was alone. And yeah, that was my whole trip, honestly. I think I planned it very, very well. I got to do everything that I wanted to do, and I got to do stuff that I didn't think I could do. If I had one more day in San Francisco, I would have gone over to Muir Woods. I would have gone across the Golden Gate. I would have gone over into the forests and seen the redwoods. That's really that was like upsetting to not be able to do that. But that'll happen on my next trip, absolutely. And that's it. So yeah, I loved my trip. If y'all have any like experiences in San Francisco that you want to like talk about, hit the comments. Let's talk about it. And I'm also going to show and read out my itinerary. So if you don't care about that, you can just leave. Love you, peace, enjoy. If you do want to hear my itinerary, just stick around. It'll be right up. Okay. I love you. Thanks for watching. I love San Francisco. It was great. So, anyway, peace. Okay, for those of you that stayed, let's take the coat off. I'm just kidding. Like, let's take it down a sec. So, I'm gonna put up screenshots so you can actually see my itinerary and see what I did. So I was there at the beginning of June, so June 5th, Wednesday. I left the hotel towards the airport, 12:58 p.m. Caught the train, 2:30 arrived at San Francisco, 3 got to hotel, 3:30 got food, explore. Oh, and then 6:40 is when I left for Alcatraz. So I had about 3 hours in between that, which is just how my travel worked out. The Alcatraz tour was at 7:05 p.m. That's the time that I picked. And then there was a 9:25 or a 9:50 p.m. ferry. I caught the 9:50 because I was trying to be out there as late as possible, which I highly recommend because there was nobody else like on the island. It was really cool. The next day, June 6th, Thursday. So 8:30 is when I left for the wine tour, which was at 9 a.m. And then we went to those vineyards at 6 p.m. We got back, and then I literally went to bed, like I said. I have that dinner at Pescator. That was at the hotel. I didn't eat there. I'm pretty sure I just like got something quick and ate at the hotel. So that was that day. June 7th, the next day, Friday, I woke up really early. And then that's when I went on my expedition. I walked almost 2 miles to Palace of the Fine Arts. Got there, explored everything, and then I took the cable car at around 12 into town, and that's when I got, like I said, into town, and then went to Embarcadero Station, and that's where I went from into the Golden Gate area for the park, the Golden Gate Park, not the bridge. Then I spent some time there. That's when I went to the De Young Museum, the Japanese tea gardens, explored the park, went to dinner, and then took the cable car back home, or the subway, whatever. Next day, last day, checked out at 11, left San Francisco at 1:30. Actually, that's not accurate anymore. I checked out and just went right to, like, I Ubered to the train station and just went right to the next train station. And then there I waited a little while because my flight was taking forever. And then I went to the airport. But I was trying to break up. I don't mind spending like 2 hours at one place, 2 hours at another, 2 hours at the next, so long as I don't have to spend 5 hours at one place. That drives me crazy. So that's my itinerary. That was my trip. If y'all are watching this, thanks for watching. Hope you have a good trip. If you're planning one, let me know. Let's talk about it, and we'll see you later. Love you.